During the ponderous silence, Marnie listened to the knocking of her own heart. She tried to keep her face composed for the boy's sake, but it was difficult. After several seconds, she hazarded a glance at Law Kincaid. He was staring at David. Disbelief was starkly evident on his handsome features. It was David who finally spoke. "Jeez, you're Law Kincaid. Jeez." "David, I've asked you not to use that word." "Sorry, Mom, but it's Law Kincaid. Law Kincaid in my house." The astronaut replaced the incredulous expression on his face with his famous smile, his equanimity apparently regained. "David, pleased to meet you." He stepped forward and shook the teenager's hand. Across the room, Marnie gripped the edge of her drafting table for support. David was almost as tall as Law. His hair was the identical shade of blonde, his eyes just as blue. He hadn't grown into his bones yet. They poked out like arrow tips at the shoulders, elbows, and ankles. Eventually, however, he would. The genetic blueprint had been drawn at conception. To know how he would look in 22 years, all David had to do was examine the man shaking hands with him. Fortunately, David was so starstruck to find the astronaut under his roof that he didn't notice the resemblance. Exuberantly, he pumped Law's hand. "I've got posters of the victory in my room. Burger King was giving them away if you bought 6 Whoppers. I bought 7 just in case. Would you autograph it for me? I can't believe this. What are you doing here? My birthday's still weeks away." He looked at Marnie and laughed. "Is this the special present you've been hinting at?" "Oh, wait. I know. Did you talk him into posing? That's it, right?" Law turned his back to the boy and faced her. His stare was as hot and blue as a flame. She quailed beneath it, but kept her expression defiant. Law's expression was a mix of suspicion and puzzlement. "Posing?" I... Uh-oh. Did I let the cat out of the bag before she had a chance to ask you? Sorry, Mom. To Law, David said, "She's making a pitch to do the cover of the phone book. The other night she said she ought to get you to pose for the astronaut representing NASA." Did she say why?" "She thinks you're the best looking, I guess," David said, grinning. "She knows you're the most famous." "I see," Law said quietly. "I'm flattered." "Will you do it?" Law mercifully released Marnie from his stare and turned back to David. "Sure, I'll pose. Why not?" "Gee, that's terrific." "It really isn't necessary," Marnie interjected. "I've already done a preliminary sketch." She gestured noncommittally toward the stack of sketches behind her. "Let's see them." "They're not ready for anybody to see." "Don't you plan to show them to the ad man?" "Yes, but he's in the business. He knows the difference between a rough sketch and the finished product." "So do I, and I'd like to see them." Law was issuing her a challenge. Aware of David's curious eyes and knowing how perceptive he was, Marnie had no choice but to go along. "Okay, sure." In contrast to her congenial voice, her smile felt brittle and breakable as she passed some of the sketches to Law.